We're going to go ahead and pull some cards specifically for twin flames to see what is going on for the twin flame collective, for the divine feminine, for the divine masculine. It's the last day of February, thank God. March is going to be a much better month for everyone as we're moving into the March equinox, one of my favorite times of year. But a lot of people are asking me, what is going on with the energies? Right now, we're being hit with a lot of galactic energies, and we're going to get hit with a lot of solar energies as we're moving into March. This year, maybe next year, the sun's poles are actually going to flip. What happens during this time and what is happening now is Earth is receiving a lot of energies. These energies are getting stronger, they're getting wavier, but we're also receiving a lot of radiation as we're much more open as well too. This is why self-care is so important and why it's so important that you're taking care of your body, detoxing, getting healthy, and doing energy work. We're going to start with a reading though. We'll start with the divine feminine to see what is going on. Everyone's in a different situation, so take what resonates, but you guys will find that you have a lot in common if you are a twin flame with some of the things that it triggers for healing. Twin flame really speeds up your ascension process. It's also very important for your ascension process as well too, whatever will play out in this as well too. So we're going to do a nice spread starting with the divine feminine. We have some big days coming at us. Tomorrow is a huge astrological alignment, powerful for manifesting. And of course, we have the 3-3 portal. This is huge for any twin flames as well too. A lot's coming at us and it's pushing us to clear a lot fast as well too. The more that you clear, the higher that you will ascend. This is all about putting in the work right now and doing that work. So we're going to start with the divine feminine. This is perfect because some people were asking me to do a video this morning specifically on the unawakened masculine. First off, I think people are a lot more awakened than you may think due to some of the events that have been playing out on the planet during this time. But like I said, it depends on the work that you're willing to put into yourself as to the ascension. So you could be awakened, and if you're not putting the work in, you're not going to see the results in your life. So it's all about putting in the work so that you see the results as well too. We have a lot of the masculine because this is coming through in the feminine reading that is in emotional avoidance, avoiding the connection. And I was kind of like doing a lot of, I'll say, downloading on this. It has to do with the ego. They have built a life where their ego is very comfortable. They don't have to do the healing work. You know, they have accepted their wounds and they're living out of them as well too. So when an awakened divine feminine comes along and shakes things up, a lot of times you're calling them out on toxic behavior, things that they're doing. This is like manipulation, karmic patterns, and things like that. They either will step up and take accountability and do that work that ascension requires, or they will run and avoid. The running happens unconsciously. This is the ego coming up, right? So we have a lot of ego has been stirred up in this connection as well too. And I always say separations happen because someone needs to do the work too. It could be you weren't being treated right. This person needs to do more healing, obviously. Different things may have come up like challenges and obstacles as well too. And the universe oftentimes decides as well too. But we have this masculine energy of holding on to the 3D as well too. And it's a very karmic energy coming through as well too. So what usually happens is they try to play out certain karmic patterns on you. They've been doing it forever anyways, and it doesn't work on you. I noticed mine played out the same pattern they did with their past karmics on me and probably got a very different result, right? So the karmics are like, oh, okay, they're very asleep. The karmics that your masculine dated prior to you were very, very asleep and unconscious. So they weren't seeing their behavior and things like that. You're the awakened divine feminine. You've been doing a lot of work on yourself. So obviously you're going to have a higher standard as to how you're being treated as well too. We have your divine masculine coming through in this reading, but they need to wake up more and to heal some of these aspects. They're still in karmic cycles, karmic patterns, and kind of doing the same old as in the 3D, and it's not working anymore in the 5D. And it's not going to work in these higher energies as well too. So for those of you guys in separation, this is needed and divinely guided as well too. Twin flame is a very strong spiritual connection. It's the strongest energetic connection that you can have on planet Earth. It's like an energy thing, right? It's how you know they're the one. You feel this energy very, very strongly when you're together, or you probably, let's get real, would have let them go a long time ago, right? And things like that. There's an energy that guides you through all of this as well too, but there's also the energy that connects you as well too. Now, people are in different kind of situations. Oftentimes you guys are able to see it through each other very, very clearly as well too with this connection. So we do have a lot of ego stuff has come up within this connection as well too, being guided to heal ego aspects, which are usually connected with inner child, old wounds, negative beliefs, and things like that. Make sure that you're staying positive about your connection. So we share a subconscious with each other. If you're thinking all day long, you know, I hope they stay away from me, they will. But if you're staying positive about things, they're going to pick up on these thoughts as well too, and it's going to affect them. So make sure that you're staying positive as well too. There's a reason why the awakened divine feminine is becoming leader of the new earth as well too, because oftentimes divine feminine, not all the time, but oftentimes are much more intuitively tuned in and intuitively guided during this time. Trust your inner knowing. It's always spot on too. You're just going to know what to do as well too, divine feminine. So you're needing to, and many of you guys are, the more spiritual one. That's why someone was asking me this morning, because some of these masculines are in the matrix more. Like literally, right? So they're holding on to this ego thing they're creating out of the 3D, which doesn't work in these higher energies. So we have a lot kind of coming up. We have this gossip card. Maybe some people are talking about you. I'm afraid of what other people will think. This could be your divine masculine is gossiping about you, talking about you behind your back. Oftentimes they might just be looking for support, connection, or even energy from others and doing that too, because we have this energy of there was some type of disagreement with you, not seeing things on the same view. Could be different levels, things like that, depends. And then divine feminine, I wish that you could understand how I feel. Some people haven't mastered those gifts and abilities. If you are an empath, this is a gift and ability. Some people are just so in their own view. A lot of these DMs, divine masculines, are very used to detaching, disconnecting, pushing people away, and avoidance behaviors. They've just been living like that for a really long time. Sometimes they're not able to even see your side or care enough too. This is something I said about my twin flame. I've never met someone so detached, cold, and uncaring to me, let alone lacking empathy as well too. And then I seem to have the other coin of that, where I'm super empathic and driven to help people, where I felt that my twin flame was like the reverse polarity of that, very selfish and only concerned with their needs, whereas I'm like a light worker and helping other people all day and, you know, things like that. You might have what the other lacks as well too. This is why you might be guided to learn with each other as well too, to open up in these different areas as well too. Remember that you are teaching each other and to remain teachable through this as well too. So this is a card connected with, maybe you feel like your divine masculine isn't awakened, not doing the work, or not being very empathic or sensitive to your needs or your feelings. I think it's very important too that they are in these connections. So sometimes this can create a divide or separation. These separations are needed so that you can heal things as well too, especially, as I said, if the other person is needing it too. It's not all about you, it's about both people. Twin flames are two separate humans. While you share that energy connection and the soul on the spiritual level, sometimes you're having to do more shadow work to integrate it as well too. Forgiveness. Find forgiveness with your twin flame and let go of the past. This is something huge. Some of you guys had twin flames that pushed you away, hurt you repeatedly, acted out the same patterns, did something awful to you. This is finding forgiveness with those people, with this person as well too. Finding forgiveness with your twin flame is going to help you feel a lot better. And when we find forgiveness, we're no longer stuck on the past or what happened, and we're able to move forward as well too. The separations are very hard because you're needing to let go of the attachment, keyword attachment, to this person and to release them. And until you do, you feel pretty terrible. You're going to be kind of, you know, stuck on it. When you can just let go of it and move on, and a lot of people don't want to because they realize the connection. When you can just let go of this attachment to this situation and how it is unfolding, you'll feel a lot better and you can kind of live your life. You're never going to be able to move on from your twin flame, but take comfort in knowing that if they're meant to be with you, they will return in divine timing, and that everything is planned out, including twin flame union. These things are predetermined or predestined as well too, including how things will go as well too. Oftentimes there's a lot of inner work that's involved with twin flame, and if you're in a space of separation, you're meant to be, someone else described it as radio silence from their twin flame. Yes, if you were around your twin flame in that separation, you will be focusing all your energy and everything on them and their healing, like you were doing while with them. So it's very important that you're also returning that energy to yourself, taking care of yourself, and really healing yourself. Now, if you're in a twin flame situation, go ahead and book a reading on my website. I do twin flame readings. You can do them as often as you need, and make sure you're doing a lot of energy healing. We should be clearing our energy, releasing things, releasing blockages, and activating ourselves within this ascension. Energy work is going to become your best friend as you're making your ascension in these high frequency energies as well too. If you're holding on to a lot of the lower patterns, we'll say behaviors, thoughts, beliefs, and energies, they're going to weigh you down, and you're going to feel kind of yucky in this too. Make sure you're taking care of your energy regularly. Anyway, if you are a twin flame, make sure you're really doing that healing work, because it will speed up that reunion and union energy that many of you guys are after in separation as well too. I also do twin flame coaching on my website. Great for everyone healing and going deeper. I've kind of found my own method of going into this stuff and what works and how to shift this kind of stuff as well too. So great for everyone, but amazing if you're in separation and trying to work into union as well too. It's going to help you with purging out and clearing those beliefs a lot faster and those energies, as twin flame makes you purge a lot and go into the deepest layers of yourself spiritually and on a soul level as well too. So if you need me, book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com. Go with what calls you as well too. I have so much on there. I have a beautiful twin flame section. You guys have unfinished business with this relationship. This relationship's coming up big time. So is your love life. Healing your love life, no matter what is going on there, you're needing to heal it. It's connected with your past relationships, your inner child, and even past lifetimes. Some of the things that are playing out with your twin flame, some of the feelings, disagreements, and things that have gone on are from past lifetimes with this person as well too. So this is about healing that relationship so that you can come into a committed relationship with this person. So sometimes these separations are needed because some of you guys, and it's more common for women to have anxious attachment style and men to have an avoidant attachment style. We see a lot of commitment issues coming up, maybe in your situation as well too. This person was not able to commit to you. They might not have been able to commit to anyone, right? It could have been, I don't want to go there, negative patterns, keeping karmics around, chatting other women, right? Not stepping up into the relationship, not really doing anything for you, like, right? Commitment issues. So we have this person in the reading coming to mind has had major commitment issues. They might have been moving really, really slow, sabotaging the connection on purpose, blaming you, right? And things like that, trying to make you feel guilty, stuff like this coming up. They have major commitment issues. In fact, this person probably was alone for a really long time before meeting you and wasn't expecting the connection or love to come into their life when this twin flame union found them and came at them as well too. So we have healing your love life so that we can heal some of these issues too. Know that your partner has major commitment issues and they're needing to do a little bit of time alone to assess that. Unfinished business. It's not over, but there are some patterns and baggage that needs to go. You're needing to clear your energy to come back together in this connection with this person. Work on your finances right now. It's so important that you are working on financial healing. If you have a business, right, working on your business, working on your sacral, healing your energy, healing from this connection specifically. This person may have taken a toll on your energy, and this is why it's very important that both twin flames are awakened and doing the work, because if you're connecting and one isn't, it can be really bad for your energy as well too. This person, your masculine, has taken a toll on your energy. Very important that you're healing your sacral, raising up your frequency so that you can come back into union with this person if in separation. Even in separation, in union, the work never stops. You're being guided to continue to raise your vibrational frequency so that you can come into a smoother, more harmonious union. It's about healing your wounded divine feminine and divine masculine aspects right now. We have things coming up around home. Some of you might have bought a house, might be moving, might be planning on moving, right? Might be looking at your life, reassessing things. Sometimes with awakening, we go through some big life shifts as well too. Important that you trust the shifts as they're coming at you or as you're being guided to make them. Some of you may be guided to relocate during this time or to travel. This could just be healing childhood issues. This separation is for you to heal. For those in separation, you're needing to heal that separation and the pain, negative emotions, and energies that it has kicked up or brought up as well too. You're never separate with your twin flame, no matter what your physical situation looks like. When you're creating stories of separation in the mind, they play out in the physical. Try to see yourself as in union with your twin flame in the higher. Even if in the 3D reality that isn't played out or happened yet, you can always go to and connect with your twin flame's higher self. This is going to make you feel a lot better energetically, but knowing that you're always in union in the higher might help you with healing some of these separation stories and wounds. I came to Earth to be with you. This is important too. You guys came here to do the greatest love story ever. This is why you've ignored so much as well too. And it doesn't matter your circumstances, challenges, or obstacles. These are the things that you need to clear, but we have a lot of people stuck in that victim mindset about things as well too. You came here to do an epic love story. Just as the universe brought us together, it pulled us apart. There's a lot of blaming too, and sometimes it is the universe past your DM because they get the guidance from the universe of what to do as well too. If you're in separation, these divine masculines are needing to do some healing and soul searching. You might have been a band-aid for some of their wounds that they need to by themselves acknowledge and address during this time. So trust the universe as well too is guiding you both towards those higher union timelines. Everything you see now reminds me of you. You might have a hard time getting your DM off of your mind. That's how you know they're thinking of you all the time and you're connecting on an energetic level as well too. Actually, your divine masculine is obsessively thinking about you, what happened, and how things went too. So it's not just you as well too. Both flames have each other on their mind as well too. This is supposed to help guide you back together on some level. Divine Feminine is releasing your lower self. This is like related to the masculine twin and what they have triggered too. You're needing to heal some wounded shadow aspects they might have brought out, like the war soul aspects you didn't even know you had, right? This is healing. Or it could be what they showed you in that reflection as well too, because you're both seeing different things out of the situation. Pay attention to your side and what you have been shown in this divine mirror connection. Integration, multidimensional healing. Make sure that you're healing yourself on a spiritual, mental, physical level right now. It would do you good to do some healing right now and some energy work. Make sure that you are. This is going to make you feel a lot better and help you with integrating these higher frequency energies. We need to upgrade our chakra system in order to handle the changes that are happening on planet Earth as we are trying to integrate such high influxes of light and energy during this time. So working on your chakras, doing healing sessions will help you to release things, traumas, blocks, everything like that is stored in the chakra system. So we're needing to really, really cleanse and clear out our chakra system as well too. If you tried to come together with your twin flame and you were really, really blocked up, it will lead to separation as well too. You'll notice when you go into separation, you purge a lot, right? This is your body trying to cleanse itself as well too. This is why energy work will help a ton. You have a ton of trapped energies, old beliefs, and things from the 3D still. Make sure you're finding someone to help you through this twin flame process. It will speed things up. Many of you guys haven't gone through this process, so you're not sure how to navigate it until, you know, after you've fully gone through it and even achieved union. So most people get stuck in these spaces of separation. Find someone to help you. Find a twin flame facilitator. I'm always here. I'm always trying to get you guys to my website to help you through this process. I've wrote several books on it as well too, because it was a lot to navigate even for myself being at this higher level of ascension too. So it's a lot to navigate. Get some help right now. This is going to help you. Mystical messages, follow the signs. You're getting a lot of angel messages, signs, and synchronicities right now. This is the divine trying to lead you on your path as well too. You're meant to come back together with your twin flame. However, it's up to the work that you're doing, not the other as well too. So make sure you're putting in that energetic work as well too. Pay attention to the signs and the messages. Pay attention to the angel numbers right now. When you're getting angel numbers, there's specifically something encoded about your situation and also your twin flame situation as well too. Okay, so we have Four of Pentacles in reverse, letting go of people, things, situations, and past issues. And this is letting go of control. This is also connected with money as well too, and opening up to share more. When you give, you receive more as well too, whether energetically or financially. But this is about doing the work to let go of people, places, and situations that are lowering your frequency. Some of you guys have to let go of your twin flame, as we talked about, because they weren't in a high enough frequency either. And they might have, I don't want to use the word feeding, might have been kind of feeding on your energy, your success. Things like that as well too, but you've had to let go of a lot, we'll just say Divine Feminine, and you're being guided to clear even more as well too, things that are not serving you. Each connection, it should be benefiting you as well too. A lot of you guys are in one-sided connections that are not actually serving you in any type of way. Time to really reassess the connections in your life and to release the ones that are not benefiting you or serving you. All right, so we have the Tower, but this is in reverse, like you've already been through the Tower, and this is like resisting the changes and escaping disaster, delaying the inevitable. This is a recovery after a loss. You've already been through this Tower upheaval, and now you're healing, recovering, and kind of moving through it too. This could be everything falling in and crumbling. No bigger Tower moment than for those of you guys that have actually lost your twin flame or are not understanding the process. You're gonna have to go through those spaces of solitude for your own spiritual growth and to release the attachment. These are not 3D connections, these are spiritual connections. And you know, sometimes these can become attachments in the 3D that are not healthy for us as well too. So you're gonna have to purge out and release these attachments, come back home to yourself and back to your own energy, perhaps even many times in cycles throughout this connection. It just kind of depends on where you guys are at spiritually. This is picking up the pieces of yourself after that Tower moment, recovering from any loss. Pay attention to what you do have in your life, not what has been stripped away. This will help you. We have this Queen of Wands energy, feeling passionate, optimistic, fired up, energetic, and assertive, being very busy, sexy, being efficient, and helping others. This is like a whole vibe of it too, of being of service. This is like if after you went through that Tower and went through all of this destruction, coming back even better, because we talked about the emotional purges and releasing a lot of stuck energy through this twin flame experience. And then when you come through these separation spaces and come out of it, you're going to be feeling a lot better. In fact, you're noticing you're super magnetic and becoming even more attractive. Those that have gone through a twin flame union or spiritual awakening are going to notice you got your glow up, you're extremely magnetic to other people, especially the opposite sex and things like that. That's something you're going to have to deal with as well too, because they're feeling these flame energies, and it may even be confusing to some people. This is like getting your fire back and getting excited and passionate about living your life, not just looking like you're living life, living your best life. Okay, so we have Three of Pentacles. This is lack of cooperation, selfishness, poor work ethic, and not learning from past mistakes, and even material loss. You've been through a lot with this situation. Like we talked about the crumbling and the Tower moment, but this also could be if you or your twin flame was being selfish and not very mindful of the other's needs. Sometimes it's a masculine thing because men and women were raised very differently. I know, right? Oftentimes the women, little girls, were like the helper and helping mom, right? And the masculines were, you know, avoided and kind of raised a little different, right? So oftentimes, not to pick, this is probably your DM again, that maybe they weren't really interested in your needs or how it's affecting you energetically. You may have gone through some type of loss. Like at my last separation, because I went through a few, I was saying it was bad for my money, like, right? And as soon as they did their ghost and disappear act, my financial state improved drastically, right? So pay attention also to your energy levels and your finances and things like that, right? And the universe wants you to get in check in all areas of your life. Just keep that in mind as well too, not to pick. All right, so we're gonna do a reading for the Divine Masculine too. All right, they have a pattern of, this is inner child stuff of addiction. It could be drug addiction. This could be alcohol addiction, shallow relationships, superficial like sex, one night stands. This could be other attachments and other things like that that aren't good for them. Oftentimes, like every time that I went into a separation, I went into hermit mode and I went and did the work. And you could find my twin flame out at friends' houses, spending the night, women friends' houses, right? At other friends' houses, at the club, partying, right? Drinking and going back to the 3D, because these are ways, no jokes aside, that you guys have been filling those inner child wounds and not facing those deeper wounds or those ego wounds that have come up too. So Divine Masculine, you're being guided to not do that and to go into yourself on a deeper level and to fill and to heal these wounds that you've been masking, keyword masking, ego, right? Masking with many different vices as well too, hanging out with everyone, right? And things like that, going to mommy. No, I'm kidding, right? Okay, so you're being guided to like sit with yourself and to heal what is coming up. It just doesn't matter if you're in this separation or if you're in union. Pay attention to your own patterns and bad habits so that you can break these things, because when we have a lot of pain flood our system, and what happens is twin flame will trigger that. They'll trigger your pain body where you've been living out of it, but it's a big block to you, not just in your love life there too, but with your ascension and your awakening too, because you've been numbing yourself for a really long time. This could be overworking, staying busy all the time, never stopping, right? And things like that. Pay attention if you have past addictions, because these come out of inner child wounding. Oftentimes they come out of inner child neglect, abuse, parenting issues, unavailable parents, and attachment issues too. And this is how in the 3D, a lot of us were feeling these things as well too. So make sure that you're not going back to like old patterns like drinking and avoidance and things like that. Okay, Divine Masculine may have karma playing out too. This could be karma that they didn't clear in this lifetime, but it could be karma pertaining to their twin flame union. Just kind of depends on what played out with you too. So this is like karmic justice. Some of them are in court for legal matters, divorce, and actually needing to face judgment. This could be things prior to meeting you, or it could be from what they've done with you as well too, because oftentimes if they haven't treated you goodly too, right? We have this fair, like it's a Libra energy of like being fair and karmic balance in their life. They're needing to balance their energy, and to balance something, this could result in external obstacles or things like that, or getting karma. We have the mask, and this is like hiding behind the ego. They're used to controlling things too. So this is just not specific, but if you do have a twin flame runner, that's all about control. That they've built the world where they think they can control everything and everyone, and that makes them feel good. When they feel out of control, it makes them feel some type of way. But we know we can't control twin flame union or the universe as well too. So this is like, it's too much on their ego, whatever's happened. And this is like, you have been the Queen of Swords in this reading, where you've pointed out their flaws, what they're doing, their truth. And if they've been living a lie or lying to you or themselves, this is going to be really, really too much on them too. So they're hiding behind ego, but this is like, you know, your ego is not your friend too. So this is because this is lies coming up. This is whether they've been living out of alignment or weren't truthful for you on some type of matters. This is like the ego, and they're going through a lot with that too. We'll just say, I'm not going to go too into this, but commitment issues have come up too. They might be thinking on this and knowing that they've had troubles in this area too. They actually do want you to be part of the future, especially in separation. They're really sad about it. In union, going to be stepping it up big time. All right, so we have the masculine is very stressed, drained, and overwhelmed from this situation. They might be hiding it good because we have the ego, right? Acting like they don't care. Trust me, men have feelings too. This is the ego mask has come up for them too. They've seen your shadow side and their own, and that's what's important, is that they have more work to be doing too. If you're in separation, you've been pulled back to do more work. So this is them needing to heal ego issues, shadow issues, and things like that. All right, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities right now. This is like being guided by the universe and bigger things in your life too. Pay attention to the universe. It's never, see, the masculine has to surrender to the divine feminine in the universe, and the divine feminine has to surrender to the masculine in the universe as well too. Energies within as well as without. Pay attention to the angel numbers and pay attention to your inner guidance. All right, so we have secret crush, and this is masculine side. They might have, I always say, thought the grass was greener on the other side, wanted to keep their options open, kept karmics in the background, had a lot of women friends around them they're chatting with, right? And things like that of why they couldn't commit as well too. So this is them looking at someone else, that they have other people that are looking at them and that they're looking at them mutually too. So they have some types of energies they need to clear still. They're kind of keeping their options open. We'll say that. All right, they have a broken heart over this kind of stuff. Their heart hurts and they do want to fix this connection, because the usual vices that we talked about a lot in this reading of masking this pain are not working. Like I put a funny that post up this morning saying you could be with anyone else on the planet, you're still gonna miss me, right? And that's the energy coming up for these masculines, that they're not going to be satisfied going back to the 3D. So many of them have tried to stay in the 3D or go back to the 3D, and once you have a spiritual awakening, it's no longer going to satisfy you on a soul level. And so they do have a broken heart and a lot of pain that they're holding from previous relationships, and even this experience with you. They're needing to heal their heart, but they do want to fix the connection. They're feeling the energy connection. They're feeling you a lot. There's a strong spiritual connection. You're always connected. This is a soul tie, and it's very, very strong. You've triggered such intense emotions in me. They've gone through a lot of purging as well too. Might have been a lot of heavy energies for them to handle. If they've pulled back or gone into separation, this is why. Our destinies are intertwined. You are this person's destiny. I think that's also part of these separations too, so that when you do the work and you know it and they come back, you kind of are aware of that. I have past family stuff I'm trying to heal. You've triggered a lot of inner child healing for me, and I've brought up a lot of inner child wounds in me. They're still dealing with their family stuff. Some of them haven't done the work to extract themselves from toxic, controlling family or narcissistic families and things like that. They might be living their life still for their family or trying to please everyone. And so it could be like people-pleasing tendencies or actual karma that they can't get out of, that they must face or to move through still. There isn't a second of the day that you're not on my mind. They think about you all the time. We already talked about this too. They see you as that Queen of Pentacles. This is being secure and stable, luxury, success, financial independence, enjoying the finer things, homemaker, generosity, business person, and socialite. This could be an earth sign because this is earth energy as well too. They see you as that, having mastered certain things energetically and even financially. Four of Wands. This person wants reunion and twin flame union more than anything. They may not know how to get there because this is like the coming home card, back to source. But this is also about that portal energy, soul family, love and support, and even engagement. It's a really beautiful union card as well too. So they do want this union, but they may have inner child blocks and wounds in certain situations that may be delaying things, because you can never stop what the universe has set in motion. Once you guys have seen each other, there's things that will play out past the ego. So we have this ego divide, like masculine in the ego, right? And desperately holding on to the 3D life that they have built for themselves in a selfish way we talked about. But once the soul gets involved, it's not about what our ego wants and like all this shallow stuff. Things have been set into motion once you guys have found each other and seen each other. So your soul is also guiding the way. And even if we want to stay on this ego state, it's impossible. So even if things are moving slow, there's separation, just see it that way. They're still moving. Ace of Wands, this is new beginnings, and this is always like a message coming. This is like a new start. This is this person coming around, feeling better, feeling fired up, and getting in this new energy. So Divine Feminine, as you're shifting your energy, your masculine's energy will shift too. If you guys are in that stuck sorrow, because it feels like that, you might have a hard time just getting through the day. These separations, getting this person off your mind, feeling sad, mad, whatever it is, this stuff is going to come up emotionally. Once you get out of that energy and you're feeling good and passionate, your masculine is going to feel that way, and about you as well too. So you hold the key to also healing this connection. But we do have the Star in reverse. This is like the masculine isn't having a lot of hope. They're not having faith. They're not faith or believing in fate right now. And faith is allowing things to unfold as they're meant to. So they're feeling anxious, overwhelmed. They're having a lot of negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, and not trusting in themselves or you right now. This is the opposite of destiny. And that is the path that you have to go through. Many of the Divine Feminines have gone through those layers of thoughts, like in the panic or in previous separations or at different times where you guys have had to kind of move through that. And so we have, in the ego state, the Divine Masculine will push away, avoid, and deny the connection because it's easier for them. But it's a layer of it. Usually this will shift rapidly. You know, you'll have these thoughts and then come to the clarity afterwards. So you're going to go through layers of fear, doubt, mistrust, whatever it is within yourself. This is the path to union, because you have to clear these deeper blocks too. And you have to open up to believing in something bigger than yourself. That's a destined outcome or something destined to play out as well too. This is healing your crown chakra and opening up to your spiritual connection, connecting to source again. It's going to make you feel a lot better. So yes, if you're in separation, you're being guided to temporarily disconnect from your twin flame because it's too much, and you're being guided to, once again, work on your spiritual connection. This will open up your crown chakra and make you feel a lot better. All right, we're gonna go on that note anyways, but have a beautiful day. If you need me, just go ahead and book me on my website, sparksofdivinelighealing.com, recommending you guys are getting some healings on there.